Good day, everyone. You are welcome to the Oluwatoyin Ibironke Durojaiye Foundation Talk Series. Today, I'm going to be speaking about depression. But before I continue, I want to ask you for a favor. Please love, like, and share our Facebook page. There are many people out there who need awareness. And when we love, when we share, when we connect with others, we are also saving soul. Depression is a mental low state or low mood. It affects thoughts, behavior, feelings, and sense of wellness. When you are suddenly down, there's a dark feeling. It starts in a day, and sometimes it is noticeable. Sometimes it's a feeling whereby you cannot actually fathom what is happening to you. The mood is just goes suddenly down. The thoughts are affected, feelings are affected. Whoever is having a feeling of depression would know that there's definitely something wrong. There is the good time, there are the bad times. There are times when you feel happy, there are times when you don't feel happy. But when the general level of unhappiness degenerates into feelings of unwellness, then it's depression. What are the signs? There's sadness. It's a very, very big sign of depression. You suddenly feel so sad. There's anxiety. How will this go? What will happen? What will be the outcome? For anybody who has lots of questions about specific issues of life or specific areas of their life, and not only being anxious, being very, very restless, it's a sign of depression. Those who are facing depression are often very rude. You say a word, they kind of interpret it into another, and you'll be wondering what would have warranted this kind of rudeness. There are elements of laziness. The person just does not want to do anything, or when they do it wrong. They are often irritable. Every little thing gets on their neck. Things they can easily just overlook. They begin to nag so much about it, especially small matters that could just be left unnoticeable or ignored. Then there's isolation. They often want to stay by themselves. Sometimes they lock themselves up. They don't return calls or mails. They don't return visits. They get irritable when people come around or when people tell them they're coming to visit them. They withdraw from the social environment. In the African setting, there's a lot of communal gathering. Lots of parties here and there, lots of activities, either planned at the religious level or planned at the social level. If you see somebody who is completely withdrawn from all these activities, definitely something is wrong. There could be signs of depression. Hypersensitivity. Just too sensitive to everything, and everywhere they are, everything is, they just have to talk about something. They just have to be sensitive to it. Sleep disturbances. People who suffer depression would have lack of sleep. If you are not sleeping well, there's often signs of back pain and headaches, continuous headaches. It's a sign of depression. Also, most often people who are depressed, you just see the appearance. Either they are not dressing well, either the color match is off. It's not the time to laugh at people. It's not the time to think they're running mad. It may be a sign of depression. Also, tiredness and lack of energy. There's also the feeling of worthlessness. If you tell yourself you are worthless, or if you allow any human being to tell you are worthless, if you embody yourself in worthlessness, then it's a sign of depression. And if you're always thinking of trouble, you never for one give a time to just go on the good side of life, it's a sign of depression. People who are depressed sometimes eat a lot. With lack of self-control, then it could be a sign of depression. Also, poor diet. People who cannot eat, they just cannot eat. No matter what you give them, no matter how tantalizing the food is, they just cannot eat. They might be depressed. How do you manage depression? If you suddenly find yourself having a few of these signs, how do you manage it? Learn to be patient. The fact that somebody is down does not mean the whole world must collapse. It does not mean the whole world must close up. Be patient. It's a period. It's something you're passing through for a moment. Others can be happy. They can even be overly joyous because it's their own time to be happy. Be patient. Always do things you enjoy. What do you love doing? What is best for you? Do you like taking a walk? Do you like visiting? Do you like reading novels, reading books? I mean, those are things that can heal the soul. Do things you enjoy. Are you a sports person? Trying to engage yourself. Sleep well. I know many people do face problem of sleep. It's either you sleep too well or you sleep too little. I mean, the percentage of people who can manage the sleep, they are usually not too many. All because everybody is facing one problem or the other that will take sleep out of you. You don't want it to degenerate into something else. Sleep well. Eat healthy. It's not how much food you eat that matters. What do you eat? Do you eat junks? Are you a kind of person that is always buying food? Do you try to give yourself a balanced diet? Fruits, vegetables, very, very important. Do you know what your body can accommodate? Some people's body can accommodate sugar. Some cannot. Eat healthy. Avoid alcohol and drugs. Why would anybody want to buy what will destroy them? Avoid alcohol. Avoid drugs. Manage stress. When stress comes, take time off. Take a break. Take a rest. Practice daily relaxation. It could be just 15 minutes of laying on the bed. It could be just 20 minutes. I know most times it's so difficult, especially if you are in the working class. You want to go to work. Let's say you work like an average of 8 hours a day. But the time you use to prepare for work and the time you spend when you are back from work, I mean, you can add it up and it will be like about 10 hours of your day. Now, you have very few hours to do the house duties. And this is what usually affects our level of relaxation. You don't have to prepare a full meal every day. No, learn to eat the leftovers at times when you are stressed. Learn to just go to bed with like biscuit or tea or something that can help you till morning or till time when you can now prepare a full meal. Face your fears because you believe in whom you believe. For me, I believe in God, and I know because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Permit me to sing this song. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh, He owns my future. My life is worth a living just because He lives. Because God lives, you can face tomorrow. You need to face your fears. Don't give up. Do not give up. There was a story of a woman, and her 2 children who visited the falls and they jumped into the falls. That is extreme. Why would you want to kill yourself because you are in a low state of mood? Why do you want to kill yourself because you are depressed? Face your fears. Face your tomorrow. Learn to know that life is not a bed of roses. There will be very, very difficult times. There will be very, very beautiful times. If you swim through your difficult times, then you are a victor. Everybody in life has a problem. No matter how little, no matter how much they make up on the street to tell you that they don't have a problem. No matter how they laugh, they have problems. Have a routine. What do you do in a day? Let's say you work Monday to Friday. What does your weekend look like? Do you just sit on the chair all through the weekend? Plan an event, plan an outing, I mean, we are in a digital age. There's so many things you can watch. Sometimes I just watch low base kind of things on TV just to relax the brain. It doesn't have to be things at your level. Just watch some of the stupid things that make you laugh. Then you feel a little bit light. You feel happy. Have a program. People walk and walk and walk, and even when they're supposed to go on holidays, they still look for other jobs and walk and walk. And one day they will wake up and say, oh, life has never been on their side. Why would life be on your side when you've spent all your life working without giving yourself just one day to just rest and forget about everything around you, to relax your body? Seek help. You need to speak to somebody. Honestly, there are lots of foundations out there that can help you. There are several programs organized by different governments all over the world that can help you in your locality. You need to speak. You need to talk to somebody. If you don't talk, nobody will know. And if you feel there is nobody, just walk to your doctor. That's why they're there. They cater for your physical body, but they can also advise on your emotions. They can tell you what to do. They can give you like anti-therapies or depressants that will help you normalize. You need to talk to them. If you have a family doctor, share your story with them. And if they are not willing, there will always be an alternative. Even for foundations like this, you can speak to us. We'll find out in your local areas, people who can help you. It's not all about money all the time. Where do we put our emotions? Where do we put our feelings? Please speak out. You need to speak out. The story of people jumping into the river or jumping into the lagoon or jumping into the ocean has been happening a long, long time. Why do you want to end your life only because a period of your life is not favorable to you? Okay, if you decide to kill yourself, what about the many people you would have been useful to? Just take it that you are not useful to yourself as an individual. You may be useful to others. They want you alive. Your family needs you. Your friends need you. Your co-workers need you. When you go to work on a day, you never know what impact you can have on the other person. A statement, a joke. I've been at work and somebody will just throw a joke and everything about my emotions just feel different. I will laugh over it. I mean, it may not last more than 1 minute or even 2 minutes, but it's a 2 minutes of healing from tiredness, from stress, for whatever state one is, whatever mood. There are several foundations. Honestly, I've learned to appreciate the work foundations do, because you never know the problem out there until you watch what other people do. Honestly, there's a program I've been watching that it really touches my heart, because even people that I thought life was okay for, I came to discover that, really? Did this person pass through so much and nobody knew? Consult medical personnel. If somebody cares for your body, that means the person wants you to be well. Talk to them. Tell them you are just not happy. Tell them, oh, I don't really feel sick, but I don't really feel happy. Then they will know where to place you. They will know what to suggest. Please know that you are not in this alone. Nobody will come out and say, oh, life has been favorable to them 100%. No, it's not possible. We all have where the shoe hurts. We all have our own areas that are dusty. Every relationship has a dark side. Either your relationship with your family, with your spouse, with your friend. There have been instances when people just walk out of the home because they were cheated on, or because they were neglected, or because they experienced a sign of disappointment, or because they were jilted. You've been jilted, but is that the end of the world? You need to rise up. You are not in this alone. You would never know the other person out there has passed through a worse situation and they have come up with smiles on their face. Thanks for listening. Like I would always say, we cannot exhaust these topics. As time goes on, if there are areas we need to revisit, if there are questions that we need to answer, we'll come back to do that. Thank you again for being part of this foundation.